Over to the left. A little more to the right. Left side. Your left. My right. Oh, it's good right there. Screw it. This is the greatest idea I've ever had.
Nate, what the fuck is going on here, man? I'm trying to sleep downstairs.
Well, I realized... Oh, Steve, you're up.
Yeah, I've been asleep for 2 hours, and it looks like there's a whole crew in my yard, and they're drilling oil in my backyard.
Oh, yeah, that's my idea.
Why is this your idea?
Well, I realized I'd never afford next-gen console on my salary, so I figured, why not drill for oil? You're always talking about how your backyard's a gold mine.
Where's my wallet?
Bad news on that.
What happened?
Well, I got in deep to the Russian mob, and then I had to take out a line of credit and a life insurance policy in your name. Yeah, there's a guy named Hector and Yvonne.
Yvonne? There's a guy named Yvonne calling me?
He's from the Russian mob, and you might not want to make fun of his name.
That's who was on my machine already, yes.
Yeah, don't make fun of his name. He's very sensitive about that.
So
and the last guy that did that wore cement shoes, if you get my drift.
Why are they here again? Because you can't afford a $500 console?
No, can't afford it. So I thought I'd do this.
Nate, so you do realize that you could have spent $500 on the company card versus $50,000, if not more, than what you're doing now?
$50,000. You're wishful thinking. This is about a $500,000 project.
Why are they building a shed back there? There's already a shed.
That's the porta potty.
Why are they carrying beds into it? Are they sleeping in my yard?
They're Leo's cousins, if anyone asks.
How the hell did you get Leo to agree to that? He's not even here for the podcast once a year.
I promised him a Honda dealership, but he's not getting one. So, yeah, I got everyone working, and we thought we struck oil earlier, but it turns out it was your septic tank, so there's a problem with that.
So, should I go down there and tell the neighbor kids to get out of the mud? Because I thought it was mud.
Let them dream, Steve. Let them dream. Oh, by the way, hand me the microphone.
Sure. What do you need the microphone for?
Well, it's almost time for our afternoon break. We dance.
What'd you say, dancing?
Yeah, pull that string over there. I'll show you.
This string right here?
Yeah, that one.
Attention all NATCO employees, it's dance time! So grab your dance partners, including you, Leo, and let's dance!
Oh my God, is this happening right now?
Hey, you gotta keep the workers' morale up. You know what I mean? This is, we're drilling oil in a non-tested area.
Is he in assless chaps right now, Nate? Seriously, is he in assless chaps?
I told Leo he could wear them, but, not with the kids around.
God, I never should have woken up today. What about poor Mrs. Willis next door? She's 82 for the Lord's sake.
It's Mrs. Willis? She was out there dancing earlier.
Oh God, is that her right there with her walker?
Oh God, she's loving Leo.
It looks like Big Bob is really taking a liking to Leo as well.
Yeah, we don't talk about that ever since the dreaded porta potty incident of 4 hours ago.
You don't want to put an end to this right now.
No. Turn the music back on, you hater!
Not you too, Mrs. Willis. No!
Turn the music back on, Sonny. I need to get my boogie on.
Put your bra back on. No one wants to see that. Leo, stop touching her. YMCA. Alright, you want? I'm fucking done with this. I'm going back inside. Mrs. Willis is naked, dance with Leo right now. He's in assless chaps. My dog's died somehow. There's a.
You can find all of our podcasts at EverydayGamesSociety.com, as well as on the iTunes Pod app, EGS Productions. Look for the name, as well as the Podkicker app for podcasting. You can find us on Twitter, Everyday Gaming Society, or EGS Productions. You can also find us on Facebook, Everyday Gaming Society. Look for our video of the week and join our charity cause, St. Jude's Children's Hospital. And Steve, good luck with the Russian mob. Yvonne's a mean one. Yeah, Leo. Yeah, Miss Willis, get it on, baby. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's like Big Bob, careful. No. No means no. No.
What's up, you guys? It's me, Nate from Everyday Gaming Society, and welcome to Podcast 83.
What's up? This is Steve. I'm really glad that it's not a true story. I am so glad right now.
You might not want to look at your billing statement this month. And if someone comes with a foreclosure sign, I didn't do it.
You did not do it, right?
It was all Leo's idea.
Oh, man.
Because he wanted to get close to Mrs. Willis.
That took a turn of the words, I think, when I put or you put Leo in assless chaps. I was going for some
You're
dude.
the one that put him in assless chaps.
No,
like, why is Leo wearing assless chaps?
No, I said, why is there a guy in assless chaps? And you said Leo. So you're the guy that put Leo in assless chaps.
So you're going to throw me under the bus. After you laughed your ass off the whole entire time we were recording it, so you're going to throw me underneath the bus.
How could a porta potty incident just rectify what happened?
Needless to say,
yes,
Leo was in there using the bathroom, and Big Bob thought it was not occupied. And then there was an awkward moment, and then Big Bob tried to force himself on Leo.
15 minutes later, they both walked out. Leo walked a little funny, but everybody, let's welcome.
Welcome to Podcast 83.
Yeah, welcome to Podcast 83. We need to get on the right track here, and let's start right in the news of. Should we start writing video games?
Yeah, why not?
All right, let's start writing video games. Next-gen console is going to be now mentioned in Sledgehammer job postings. I guess Sledgehammer is going to be hiring some temporary employees to be going through, and there's now evidence pointing that the new Call of Duty game is going to be coming out through Sledgehammer. So all you Call of Duty fans, including you Ginger and your brothers, you guys will have another Call of Duty game coming out.
Wait a minute. Didn't Sledgehammer Games already do a Call of Duty game?
Yes, it did. Yep.
I don't know. I totally spaced. I don't know why. I've played it. I just can't remember.
You were still thinking of Leo and assless chaps, weren't you?
Yeah.
Yes, you were.
It's hard to get that disturbing image out of my head.
Very disturbing. Also, for all you SimCity users out there, SimCity is now going to be available offline. Once Update 10 goes and takes place, it's going to be a free download if you guys have already previously downloaded the SimCity game through your Steam engine or through Maxis itself. They went and officially confirmed this, so this is not going to be a rumor. This is actually a real thing. This is not rumor by any means. It was a rumor for a little while that they were going to make it because all the problems that they originally had when the game came out. But now you guys are in luck, so be happy about that.
So, Grand Theft Auto, we talked about this before, about the petition they have for the PC petition. Right now they have, I just sounded like Yoda. Now they have. Have they now? So anyway, Grand Theft Auto... Must get your PS4! You should. Anyway, Grand Theft Auto 5 PC petition reaches 650,000 signatures.
Damn, it's grown pretty good, actually.
Yes, it has. Will 2014 be the year that Rockstar Games brings its acclaimed open-world game to Grand Theft Auto 5 to PC? That is the question right now. GT5 has released in September 2013 on the Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, in addition to positive critical conception. Right now they're not willing to commit the PC version because every time they commit the PC version, there's always tons of hacks and mods.
Well, of course, yeah.
As soon as they release it...
That is the world of PC.
Well,
almost every game is like that.
I can see why they don't want to bring it out. It's because, as soon as they mod it on the PC, it's instantly transferred over to the actual console.
Yep, it's going to riddle it with so many problems, too.
And they don't want to deal with it. So I don't blame them, to be honest. I understand the anger PC gamers have, but you can't say it didn't happen. Hell, in the last Grand Theft Auto, you could, have a R2-D2 drive down the road and,
shoot lasers that would was like a rocket explosion, practically.
Pretty much, destroy half the city. So... They're great. I love mods. I even love the Skyrim mod with Macho Randy Savage.
Yes,
he's
that was
Macho
really cool.
Man's a coming. He's the dragon. It's that's cool shit. But the thing is, they just don't want to deal with it. They want to keep as much as that $1 billion profit as they can.
You can't blame them because they already had it rendered for those consoles. They don't have it rendered for the PC or the Mac. That would be, I won't say impossible because they're a $1 billion company. Well, realistically, it would just take them so long. And would it be really worth it to have it next year?
Well, bringing that up, Capcom has come out and said that PS4 and Xbox One development is 10 times more work to develop games. When PS3 and Xbox 360 hit the market in games around the world, the huge increase of game quality due to move to HD graphics that resulted in much larger teams per game. The titles are taking longer to develop simply due to the amount of additional work involved to make these HD quality. Now, with the PS4 and Xbox One are on a huge market, the workload is set to increase once again. So basically, Capcom's bitching because they don't want to do the extra work for the money.
At the same time, if you want to be a company, if you want to stay on top, you have to go and release some of the money that you have made as profits. Whatever that may be. I know they're one of the companies, many of the companies that have made major layoffs and cutbacks throughout their entire companies, nationwide, but they have to put some money out, and they have to release some money, because if they want to have, let's say, the Marvel vs. Capcom series keep on going, or the Resident Evil series keep on going, those are two big series, especially Resident Evil. If they want to keep that going, they need to shell out some money, and they need to put a lot of time and effort into making it for the new next-gen consoles, and not just, let's say, for PC.
Well, according to this, they're working on an RPG called Deep Down. It uses it's set to be released sometime in 2014. It's to be announced still. But they say that the workload is just ridiculous. Capcom's prediction on the 10 times workload required for the PS4 and Xbox One gaming may be a bit extreme. But there is certainly more work per project, and they seem to be taking the right approach to minimizing the time that they work on it. So basically they're saying, we're going to bitch about it, but we're not going to change our creative process. We're going to they're going to keep it normal, like they would for a 360 or PlayStation 3.
Hopefully with better graphics.
Yeah, but that's an extra. It's like in the article said, it's going to take a lot longer, and
like it should. It's new equipment for one that's not really been out there for 6 or 7 years that you can release a game on that everybody has done and played with yet, and at the same time, it is really difficult to play with all this new stuff and to make it look good for everybody's use, to make it run well.
It's not like they could complain, you know what I mean? It's like, look at prime example. We just talked about GTA 5. They made $1 billion in, what, 1 day? 3 days?
Yeah, well, I think it was a couple days, yeah.
It was 3 days, I believe. And $1 billion profit?
I think, weren't they up to $3 billion in total revenue?
Yeah.
So
that was
really
before
well.
The online was released.
Yeah.
So it's like they can't really complain. If they make a good game where gamers will drift to it instantly, and they make that kind of money, it's like it basically voids their statement of saying it's too much work.
Their servers had some issues with consoles. Do you think the servers will be hurting even more, and it'll be more stressed if it was to be released on PC?
Possibly, but the thing is, it also has to do with that everyone's computers are different. And they'd have to make a set standard for quality.
Video card, audio card.
They'd have to make a set standard.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they probably don't want to do that because it's basically you had to start from the beginning and redevelop the game.
You're limiting your audience when you do that.
Yeah, pretty much. But the thing is, PC is already a limited audience to begin with. I jump between console gaming and PC gaming. It's like I just recently upped my World of Warcraft account.
Again?
Well, I got a Scroll of Resurrection from Matt.
Okay.
And he's been taking me through a couple of old instances and stuff like that, getting mounts. Basically, I'm just playing with it. I don't think I'm going to continue, but
okay.
I'm just...
I let my account go.
Well, you're still shown on my Blizzard account. You still have it.
Well, I still have it. It's just I'm not, going through and paying for it for every month.
But they've changed World of Warcraft so much that my mage is fucking insanely overpowered now.
Really?
Yeah. I was taking on hordes of 70s by myself and not even going below half health.
Oh, that's really nice.
And not even, when I use Blizzard now for my mage, because I'm dual spec as an arcane / frost mage, I don't even use half my mana. And that's an AoE spell. It's basically it's supposed to drain your mana, and it doesn't.
So you're not taking potions and you're not taking anything before you go into battle. This is just your character by itself.
Pretty much.
Man, that's really nice.
And they've made it so easier now to get just gear and do raids. It's just insane now. A lot of hardcore Blizzard fans that are playing nowadays are actually complaining that they're making the game way too simplistic for people just to hop on and figure it out instantly. You know what I mean? It's they're going
they're bitching because they wasted 100 hours to get a mount, and then someone
they
can get
have
it in half the time.
These people have 4 to 5 85s to 90s now, because the cap is at 90.
And they're selling those characters probably too.
No, they go these people are getting fucking 90 plus characters in under a week, and I had to do this for months on end. And then they're trying to get everything switched over before the new expansion comes out, and that's supposed to up the cap mount,
up the level cap
to 100.
I'm sure it's going to add a couple hundred new quests, maybe a new part of the world.
Will that change when the new expansion comes out? Maybe.
I think it will. Yeah, I think it will.
But I wouldn't put past anything in Blizzard because they do a lot of weird shit.
Well, they do a lot of good shit, though.
They do, but they do a lot of weird shit when I don't know. I've seen so many people like hate World of Warcraft and love it again. Hate World of Warcraft. It's a love-hate relationship with World of Warcraft people. You know what I mean? It's like I have a badass paladin that could do this and take so much crit and like heal like ridiculously, and then they take away all that with the new expansion, and then they give like other characters like crap loads of like overpowered stuff, and it's just funny. You know what I mean? That's why like my buddy Matt and Beverly both have like multiple characters of each different class. So they go like, oh, fuck it, we can't use this guy anymore because he's basically useless, so we'll use this guy from now on.
So pretty much Matt has not skipped a beat since.
No.
Matt has still been playing.
He has probably had over 30 characters in the past 10 years.
Because when I stopped playing, Matt was still getting on every day, 3 or 4 times a day still.
Oh, he's on there now. I bet you if I logged into WoW right now, he's on there right now.
God, and he'll probably want to start questing up, and yeah, holy fuck.
Well, we did the Burning Crusades instances last night, and I got like 3 Scorpion mounts, which was like, oh, do you have these? And it's like, no. And it's like, here you go. It's like, awesome.
Sure, they're just in my bag here. Let me just go and pull out my fucking ass for you.
So, what else you got, Steve?
The new Call of Duty Ghosts DLC, they're going to have 4 DLCs that come out for this game. And the new DLC, you're going to be able to play as Michael Myers. Yeah, Michael Myers. Isn't that fucking awesome? What? That's Jason, you dumbass.
Damn it.
So Myers will be a playable character in the new Fog map, where you'll be able to wield a axe, stalk your victims through a location, complete an abandoned warehouse, an abandoned cabin.
An axe? I don't remember Michael Myers using a mask. He used a butcher knife.
Was it a butcher knife? Yeah, because it was Jason that used a machete.
Uh-huh.
Freddy had his gloves.
And the axe, I don't know who had the axe. The evil lumberjack god? I don't know.
I have no idea.
A tree fell on him and no one cared. Now he's back haunting the woods where the tree fell. His only victims are harmless squirrels that feast upon his body.
The tree really killed his sister in the first movie.
You evil tree, you killed my sister, and now I'll chop down this whole cherry tree.
Fuck. So,
why did I say cherry tree? That's like George Washington. Like I cannot tell her why. She killed my sister, and now I have to chop him down.
Chop you down limb by limb. That is so fucking awesome. I don't know, maybe LucasArts bought the rights, to the...
the lumberjack cherry chopping bandit. They brought the rights.
They bought the rights to him, so now he has to use an axe. Poor Michael Myers.
It's a combat axe.
Yeah, right?
It's tactical.
Oh, God. So, the Season Pass for Onslaught will be free if you guys have the Season Pass, and it'll hit all the platforms, January 28th. And like I was talking, the abandoned cabin, a campsite, and a torture chamber will be your guys' locations that you guys can go and play as Michael Myers. And that is like kind of a rumor right now, so don't officially hold all that to me. They were speculating that through, I believe it was a Twitter post, that Activision went and said some fun stuff on that.
I'm like coughing and shit. And
I don't know. You're coughing. You're opening up your pop.
It's all the laughing I had yesterday. It's all the laughing that we did during the intro. Oh, God, my chest hurts from laughing so hard.
I had to stop for a couple seconds because I had to wipe my face. I could not see the screen. I was crying. I could not edit anything because I was crying so much. And you're still shitting yourself. Like, you're not skipping a beat, man.
So, out this week, January 13th, 2013... Or 14. God damn it. We have to go back to the future, Marty. Anyway, January 13th, 2014. Assassin's Creed Liberation HD is going to be out. It is going to be out January 14th, 2014 for the PlayStation Network. Wednesday, January 15th for PC and XBLA. See it on Amazon also for $20.
Oh, not bad.
So, and also coming out, Spellforce 2. Is going to be coming out on Amazon through their Blu-ray and DVD digital for $17.99, as well as Tuesday, January 14th for Blu-ray for $22.99, and
What is Spellforce anyway?
There's nothing wrong with Carrie per se, but it also is never really alive because it's somewhat a disappointment and depressing. Having such a strong core story from a king, which mixes a real-life problem with a horror movie scenario. It feels just like a That high school education is totally pitching in.
Totally,
and that
man.
college education I paid for. Why did I not pay attention to class?
I think it's the methane gas slowly coming out the oxygen to your brain, and mine including.
Totally is. But anyway.
I think we're going to die one day during the podcast. It's going to be an endless podcast.
So Dragon Ball Z Battle of the Z Warriors delivers over-the-top anime and action intensity. It is set to come out January 28th, 2014. On Amazon is going to be $59.99 for PS4 and Xbox One. I believe those prices coincide with also XBLA and PSN as well. Tomb Raider is going to be coming out February 7th, 2014, which is a great day for one reason. The Lego Movie. So it's going to be available on Amazon for $39.99, as well as XBLA and PSN. Open areas of Final Fantasy X111.
X111? You look at me like I know the
It's
Roman
13.
numerals.
I can't remember.
Okay.
Anyway, it's
Sure.
Final Fantasy 13, and it's always been a highlight in this point. It is going to be available... Never.
Just kidding. Herpes.
You're such a dick. Stop bringing up fucked diseases.
Fable Anniversary pre-order bonuses are now available for you guys to go and look at. I'm going to try to pronounce these the best I can. The Pirates? The Pirates? I guess it's an outfit named after a pirate named Pete in the Fable game.
Pete the Pirate. That sounds like a fucking Mickey Mouse cartoon.
Pete the Pirate?
Come on, guys. We have to beat Pete the Pirate. He's evil. He's stolen the Princess Minnie.
It's going to be a very evil episode. What the fuck is that?
That was my attempt at Donald Duck. He's so angry.
Oh, man, oh, man. So we got that class, and we had the Snowspire class, or the pack, the Jackars.
The Jackars. The Jack-off.
It's the Jackars. So that's what it is.
The Jackars.
In quotations, it is a dead fish. What
The
the fuck?
Jackars. Was it named that? Because
Look at-
they shoved. What the fuck?
It is called the Jackars.
They shoved a fish called the. They used to be called the Jack up a guy's ass, and now it's the Jackars.
And now it's the Jackars. So you guys get to have
Or
that in the
sailors
Snowspire.
get very lonely at sea, and they need to have some release, and they use the fish for sexual encounters.
And then Big Bob catches them, and it's all over. Game over.
Fatality.
Finish him.
So anyway,
I'm not done yet, fucker.
Oh, come on, I don't want to hear any more about the weird pirates.
You made it weird. The Apollo Pack is going to be the third one. So all these are going to be scheduled on the 360 on February 4th in the United States, February 6th in Australia, and February 7th in Europe.
I love your people. I love you, UK listeners.
European.
Europeans.
So you want to hear the redneck word of the day? European. I get it. European.
Ha 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 ha.
Enter soundbite here.
I'm finding your books that you have.
Oh, from all my Facebook.
Yeah, I'm finding your books
statuses
around
and
here and
quotes that I
burning
use.
them. You're not allowed to use them.
So you know what? Yeah.
Yeah, the
deal with
whole
it.
I'm gonna call into work and like pretend that I don't because I don't work there. Like I
That
saw a
would be
Ronald
great.
McDonald like meme like less than 2 seconds later. Like so
Are you fucking kidding me?
No. So either like you stole from someone. or they stole
I
from
seriously
you.
did not. No, I seriously didn't. You know what the bullshit thing is I posted a status. This was probably months ago, and it wasn't. But maybe an hour later, they took almost like my exact same status. It was the Banana 115 has that almost exact same status. They just changed it like to their radio station, and they put it on their Facebook status. Like, what kind of fucking shit
The thing is,
that?
like,
Come on.
We've heard so many jokes before, and they've had to been redoing.
I say, who was
it's like
original on doing them? It's
the
really hard.
cavemen. Go, we calling to work today.
Ooh, ha, ha,
Not at
balls.
work.
Oh,
Ha,
ha.
ha, ha. So BioShock Infinite joins the PlayStation Plus as Sony begins 2014 sale. Irrational Games, as BioShock Infinite everyone knows, is going to be joining the PSN network, and is all their DLC as well for this month. They do not list a price, but according to this, the discounts are up to 75% off for PS Plus members and 50% off for standard PlayStation Network users. Deals will be available on games such as The Walking Dead, Spelunky, Metal Gear Solid, Peace Walker, and Killzone Mercenary. So look out for that, PSN users. BioShock Infinite was originally released for the PS3 and Windows PC and Xbox 360 in 2013 of March, and went widespread, and it was originally sold for $39.99 in the PS Store. So 50 to 75% off.
Yeah,
you're probably going to get that for
really
like
good.
$10. So,
well, they had Borderlands 2 recently on Xbox for $10.
But didn't we read an article last week where they got it for free?
I don't think it was free. They got it for like $7.50 around Christmas, Thanksgiving time.
Huh.
And then they just most recently posted it for around $10. They
I could have swore I read an article last
sale.
week where they gave them the BioShock Infinite game for free or some ridiculous % off.
Maybe if you had the season pass, like if you bought the season pass through the holiday sale that they had, you got the game for free, or I don't know how that would make sense, because automatically, as soon as you get the season pass, you would automatically have the game if you get it on a digital download. But, whatever it is, yeah.
No need to worry about deals of yesteryear.
Or last week's podcast.
Yesteryear. Anyway, it feels like a year. Metal Gear Rising PC plagued by always online DRM. The PC version of Platinum Games' action brawler was released via Steam on Thursday, yet despite the game's only featuring an offline single-player campaign, it can only be played with continuous connection to the internet. You download this game from Steam, because I have games from Steam, and you can play them offline. You don't have to be connected to the internet, I got
to download and do recent updates, that's it.
Yeah, whenever you want to. But even though they feature the offline single-player campaign, you have to be continuously connected to Steam or the internet signal. But as a report notes, the game's Steam store page makes no mention of always online requirement. Revenge, released on Xbox 360 and PS3 in February of 2013, sees players taking the role of Raiden in the action brawler spin-off of Metal Gear series developed by Platinum Games. At $29.99, the PC version of the game includes all 3 previously released DLC missions, Blade Wolf, Jetstream, and VR missions, and the customized body upgrades for Raiden as White Armor, Infernal Armor, Commando Armor, Raiden's MGS4 body, and Cyborg Ninja. So it's a great deal, but if you can't play it online. Offline.
You can or you cannot?
According to this, you can't.
Okay.
It won't let you load the game unless you're connected to an internet source.
There's just so much going on.
So I guess they have
to allow it.
You have to ping. It's kind of like what the Xbox One wanted to do. You have to at least ping once a day with the internet.
That is kind of stupid.
It is. But the thing is, it's Steam. It's a PC. You expect to be always online with a PC game. Unless you buy a game specifically not meant for online. It's like World of Warcraft people. You always know you have to have internet connection to play.
Of course, yes.
Because, you have, 30 gigs worth of information, but, 100% of, the online maps, the stories, everything is...
It's all on the servers.
It's all on Blizzard's servers.
Yeah.
So, sorry, guys. Just letting you know, if you buy it, that's the technicality you have to deal with.
Wouldn't it be really cool to have an old server of the old world before they went and shut it down and erased everything? Because I know they do those charity auctions to where they can...
Well, they sell off the old... they do every year. Blizzard sells off one of their old...
Child's Play, right?
I don't know. It's usually they pick a random different charity.
Like a charity or a big event that they try to host. My God.
That was a rocket. But anyway, they do charities every year, and what they do is they take a decommissioned server that basically can't function anymore because it runs so many hours.
It's like your ass, it can't function. It just shuts down and expels.
What they do is the development team signs it, and they auction it off for 5 to 8 to whatever the auction goes up to.
Whatever it stops at, really.
Yeah. I think the largest I saw that one go up to was $25,000.
It's nice it's all to charity.
Yeah, it all goes to charity, so it's for a good cause.
Most definitely. I mean, it's not like they're not making enough money. Holy shit. I can only imagine how much they make on their subscribers for World of Warcraft alone per month.
Speaking of auctions and stuff for charity, Ratchet & Clank dev auctioning off signed Xbox One on behalf of former intern who was hit by a car. Ratchet & Clank developer Insomniac Games is auctioning off a signed Xbox One through eBay to support an ongoing campaign to raise funds for a former intern, Anna Kessel, who was seriously injured in a car accident last year. The funds will go towards Kessel's GoFundMe campaign, which has raised $57,000 so far to help her pay her medical bills. And the top eBay bid right now for Xbox One is $888. The auction closes January 19th. So Kessel was riding a scooter in November through Rayling, North Carolina, when a man struck her with his vehicle and fled the scene. The suspect was later arrested due to the severity of her injuries. Doctors had to amputate Kessel's leg.
Damn.
Her family hopes funds raises can help her get a possible prosthetic leg. The Xbox One featured on eBay is auctioned a standard edition console, which has never been used and was opened for the purpose of having the employees sign it. Xbox One launch titles Rise, Son of Rome, and Forza 5 included as part of the package. Microsoft donated a console for the purposes of the auction. Kessel is no longer employed at Insomniac Games, the intern. She is not eligible for medical assistance from the developer. She is on her own, and she's only interned for them for over a summer. So basically, they feel bad that their medical coverage cannot cover her, so they basically took it on themselves to raise money for her.
Yeah, they feel bad enough to where they're still helping her out, although that medical benefits will not cover because she was only there for 1 summer. Does not count for full time.
Yeah, she's not considered an employee at the time.
Intern, in quotations, however that works.
Even if they did hire her on, it's like, oh, that happened before we hired you. So, like, it's not their fault. It's their medical coverage people. Thank you, Obamacare.
Oh, Jesus.
If Obamacare, you'd have to kill her.
We're not going to talk about this.
So anyway, any other articles for you, Steve?
The only last article I have for video game news is that there was a Star Wars guy. Remember Star Wars 1313? That was...
Yeah, the game that got put on hold or scrapped because
canceled.
of the Disney buyout of LucasArts.
The whole fucking Lucas debacle that we're still going through. So I guess the creative director, use your words. The creative director.
Just think of erect and door. Erect door.
Diarrhea.
Erect door. It's erect and it's a door.
But kind of backwards.
It's a wrecking door. I came in like a wrecking ball.
So anyway, the creative director, hey, I fucking said it right, of Star Wars 1313, Sony hired them in, but Sony's not saying, or nor is he, on what he was hired in for. So maybe we're going to find out in a future game what he was going to be building, what kind of world he's working on. But for right now, we don't know.
He was hired in as a spy.
As a spy for a future Star Wars project that won't happen or that will happen and be canceled.
They hired him to
3 years later.
Train their Padawans and their younglings. Plus, I heard he's really good at smuggling.
Bentafada.
PS3 game, this is more of a FYI information-wise. PS3 game Beyond Two Souls has sold 1 million copies in 2013. The Xbox, not the Xbox, but the PlayStation 3 exclusive Beyond Two Souls sold 1 million copies in 2013. Quantic Dream announced today that the special website marking the sales milestone, the millionth copy of the game was sold shortly before Christmas. The game features voices of the likenesses of actors Ellen Page and William Dafoe, among others. Beyond Two Souls launched on October 8th, meaning it's managed to sell 1 million copies in just 3 months. It still has much work to do if it's going to catch up to the sales of its predecessor, which is everyone knows as Heavy Rain. Has sold more than 3 million copies to date.
Great game. Fucking creepy as shit.
Signs are positive that at least in France, Beyond Two Souls has sold 70,088 copies in 2013. France outplacing 12-week sales mark of Heavy Rain in the country. Quantic Dream's CEO, Guantin de Fonramante, I probably just butchered his name, said a Twitter citing data for GFK chart track. What that means, I have no idea. All right, David, for PS4 game, the studio had David Cage previously described as very, very different than Beyond Two Souls or Heavy Rain. So they're trying to develop a new game and try to get away from what they're already known for is for Heavy Rain and Beyond Two Souls. So now they're going to make My Little Pony games.
Hey, what man if
it's completely different.
I'll play that My Little Pony game if it is that dark as Heavy Rain. If it's that fucked up as Heavy Rain, I'll play it.
My Little Ponies eating each other's guts and entrails.
Bring it on,
Friendship
man.
is magic.
Bring it on, I'll play that shit.
Minecraft and Battlefield 4 Terraria top December's PSN sales charts. Sony has listed the top-selling PlayStation Net games across all of its platforms in December, outlining the most popular digital releases of the month, following the PlayStation 4's launch. EA Dice's Battlefield 4 ranks as PSN's biggest selling hit in December, while Call of Duty Ghosts emerges as a platform's most popular digital upgrade. Minecraft PlayStation 3 edition rose to the tops of the charts in its debut month, meanwhile beating out the first episode of The Walking Dead's second season and Rockstar's Grand Theft Auto 5. So Minecraft beat out Grand Theft Auto 5 for the PS3. That's insane.
That is really good, though. That's really good for him.
That's amazing. 505 Games, Terraria led PS Vita software sales last month as Media Molecules, Tearaway, and Drinking Box Studios guaranteed trailed close behind a third place. The full platform spec sales charts are available at the PlayStation blog.
Excellent. I do have the PlayStation blog up right now, and the highest for the PS4, I guess I can do the top three. 1 was Call of Duty Ghosts, 2 was Battlefield 4, and 3 was Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag for their most high sales for the month of December.
That's insane.
Yeah.
I mean, and Call of Duty Ghosts is basically just the digital upgrade, not the actual game itself.
Yeah, it's quite, it's just quite something how that goes through, and you had that big fan following, but how long is that going to last? Because I heard that game was good, then I also heard that the game was shit.
It depends. I mean, if you're coming from the original Dark Souls, it's kind of like the whole Portal thing. You know what I mean? People liked Portal, and then they hated Portal, and then Portal 2 came out, and they loved it, and then they hated it. You know what I mean? It's like a love-hate relationship. Same thing with Blizzard and World of Warcraft with people and their fans. It just never ends. But Titanfall dev responds to criticism about 6 versus 6 player limit on their multiplayer. Titanfall developer Respawn Entertainment has responded to the criticism regarding the game's 6 players versus 6 player limit, saying that it's impossible to make the game that everyone enjoys. One NeoGeff user says appeal of the 64 multiplayer games is because there's so many players that you'll never fully know that could happen in any given match. The user argued for many players who enjoy the kind of thing, why at least give them an opinion. Finally, McCaw said that it's been really tough to market Titanfall to players because of the unlike franchise of Call of Duty and Battlefield. It does not feature a single-player campaign, but it can be used to create cinematic trailers. Marketing a material for Titanfall so far has consisted of extended gameplay trailers, and the game has also been playable for various events, including PAX. There is no amount of polishing marketing that can replace playing the actual game, McCaw said. Titanfall includes launches for the Xbox 360, Xbox One, PS3 on March 11th, 2014. The game is never coming to PlayStation or Nintendo platforms. This is the article, not me saying it, PlayStation members. Please don't hate me. And Respawn is definitely thinking of offering a beta game for the game.
Okay.
So basically they're saying that the reason why they're only doing 6-on-6 is because it would be ridiculously impossible to have 64 player versus player modes.
Yeah.
Because the graphics would be they'd overclock it in under a second.
Mag did that when they had 64 versus 64 people in a match, and it just fucked up the servers so bad to where there was nothing that they can do with it when that was on PlayStation.
You always run the risk of someone having better internet connectivity. I mean, they'd have to police that so hardcore, it would not be funny.
So 6 versus 6, not bad. It is more team-oriented at that point when you had that many people.
It's kind of like with old school Halo. It's basically 6 players, 6 versus 6 players, a team versus a team.
But I wonder if once someone gets kicked out or once someone leaves or whatnot, if someone else will be able to join right back in.
I'm pretty sure they will, unless it's really at the end of the match.
Right.
So it's kind of pointless.
So let's go into comic book news real quick. Marvel has went and released that they'll be going through in this April, of course, restarting the Amazing Spider-Man comic book series. And they do have a picture right here of what the variant is going to look like in April. Dan Slott did a little bit of an interview of what is going to be talking about, kind of what's going on, and he is saying that the issue sees Peter Parker returning the role of the Spider-Man and not in the way that he was portrayed while Doc Ock was playing Spider-Man in the Superior Spider-Man. So how the Superior Spider-Man is going to end, how the Amazing Spider-Man is going to take off, that is the question right now. They have 700.1 out, but that gives just a little bit of explanation on
the whole Doc Ock, Peter Parker dying.
Yeah, it was kind of like the filler episode of what it's like the trailer of the Superior Spider-Man series and the comics and how everything's going like that. So that's pretty much just a filler comic, really.
Yeah, according to this,
the new one comes out.
And that's supposed to come out until April.
Right.
And is going to be Dan Slott doing the artistry, or is he doing the actual storyline?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what Dan does with the comics. I want to say he does the writing portion, because when we interviewed Stegman when he was drawing for Amazing Spider-Man and Superior Spider-Man, Dan Slott was still tagged on with Superior Spider-Man as a writer. So my guess is he's going to be a writer.
So according to the interview he had with IGN Comics, Dan Slott said, "I'm not going to say the word mess," laughs. A lot of people think that you know where this is going, and they don't. It's been the master plan to tell his story, and when you include the Dying Wish arc in issue 30, about the issue, blah, 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 is about 33 issues long, and it has been a long-term master plan and the long-term plan to swap brains and have Doc Ock try this level to best Spider-Man, and then have Peter Parker make his return. Slott also said, "This is the plan. This has always been the plan." Basically, he's telling IGN to fuck off and leave him alone, because they're terrible, terrible people to asking questions. But he goes on to say that for as long as I've been on the book, I have really tried to make every issue a good jumping off point. I remember back in the Brand New Day years that they had this thing in Marvel called the Reading Circle, where all the editors and assistant editors would pick a book and discuss it. They'd workshop it and look at it, and they picked the final issue of Mysterio arc. I wrote it back. Ugh. How is it so hard for me to read today?
It's methane gas you just farted not even 2 minutes ago.
I wrote back during the Brand New Day, and one of the comments everyone says, like, "I don't know, I was jumping into the middle of the arc." I remember what it was like to be as a kid and get these comics sporadically and not every month. I want every issue. I don't think of them as part of a trade or part of a gigantic arc. Everyone should stand on its own and have unit of entertainment. So basically he's saying in that dribble is that every book should have its own unique
special
part
story
of the story.
Yes.
I mean, it shouldn't be like a filler. And with Superior, it's been very tricky because you want every issue on the top of the recap page. You want to get the weird ideas across. It's Otto Octavius inside Spider-Man's body. It's one extra level of, wow, that's weird. But that said, we know that, yeah, when the comic comes around, there's going to be a whole new generation of readers going to want to jump in and check out the new Spider-Man. So you do want the first issue to be this great big thing. So basically he goes on and on and on and on and on. They ask him 80 billion fucking questions, and he basically tells them you have to find out for yourself.
At the very end, just to wait till April.
Yeah, basically.
Well, that's what Stegman was telling us, that he couldn't comment or talk about what was going on because
it's a lot of beating around the bush. I mean, it's like he's telling them shit
they can't say
read.
anything. Yeah, they can't say anything until it comes out. I mean, Marvel is a huge contract, and I'm sure Stegman and Slott themselves are not going to risk it by saying, "Oh yeah, Doc Ock dies in the first or second issue, and gets beheaded by the Black Widow, and then the Black Widow and Spider-Man start fighting each other for no apparent reason, and then Thor comes in the picture and rams Black Widow." And
well, there is one cool thing that little anecdote that he puts in there, and he basically, after telling IGN's like, stop asking me all these questions, I can't answer them. He gives a little anecdote. It's like, my doorman outside my building, when I'd be coming home with the groceries, he'd be holding the door for me, and he says, "Mr. Scott, you bringing back Spider-Man?" And I'd be like, "No, Izzy." He laughs. He's dead. So I was getting it every day. So it's nice to have a part of the adventure over, because I'm terrible with keeping secrets.
Oh, that's good that the doorman will finally be happy.
It's like, you bring Spider-Man back, or I won't let you back inside your house. So that was a pretty cool little article.
I wonder how much that guy weighs. He's probably like 600 pounds. He just sits there on a chair.
The doorman?
He just sits there and opens up the door.
No.
He presses the button to open up a door.
I like to think
Let's be real here.
I like to think it's like a Law and Order. Whenever they go up and ask a doorman, it's like, did you see this guy coming out of this building with this lady? It's like they're all those guys wearing those penguin suits, and they flag down cabs, and like...
They look like bellhops.
They know everybody. Good morning, Mr. Drummond. Good morning, Izzy.
I really don't think it is that technical, but sure.
We could dream.
Yeah, we can dream. Just like those kids playing in my yard full of septic sewage instead of mud. But Black Widow launches into his new solo series, and there's also going to be a new Dexter's Lab, the old comic book.
Dee Dee, get the hell out of my laboratory.
So he had an old comic book, when the cartoon was huge. And then...
why don't you just kill her? Like, vaporize her and build a robot of her?
Maybe that's going to happen in the comic. I don't know.
DD, you destroyed my laboratory. Ah.
I have a feeling that's going to become next week's opener. DD and Dexter are going to get a fight. Leo's going to walk in the middle and die.
We'll be in a lab. I'll be Dexter. You could be DD. Actually, no. Leo could be DD. We'll kill him off.
He'll still be wearing his assless chaps from the previous week.
So, this to be said, Bill Paxton is going to be joining the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yes, he is. Yeah, I saw that article.
Veteran actor, known for everything from Aliens to Big Love, is joining the Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. on a multi-episode arc. He'll be playing John Garnett, a S.H.I.E.L.D. agent from the Marvel Comics, best known for his first appearance in the major player in Frank Miller and Bill Schwinski's classic Elektra Assassin missions, or miniseries. In the years, Garnett, who was turned into a cyborg in the comics, has popped up in issues in Secret Warriors and Daredevil. S.H.I.E.L.D.'s executive producer, Jed Wheaton? Whedon? Is that Joss Whedon's brother?
Maybe. I have no idea.
Tells TV Guide he wanted to bring in a rough and tumble former cohort of Agent Coulson, and with a little bit of attitude and cigar-smoking swagger. So he thought of Bill Paxton. It's like he's most famous for his role in Alien. It's like, we're dead, man. We're screwed. It's like, keep it together. It's like, this little girl could do it. Why can't you? It's like, yeah, why don't we just let her fight him? I remember Bill Paxton more for his Twister role.
Yeah, I was just going to say the Twister. Yeah.
It's a Twister. But anyway, it's going to be coming out in its little mini arc. The introduction of John Garnett is a nice touch throughout the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and has been criticized by how odd it is that have so rarity and includes Marvel comic characters. While there's plenty that may be off limits due to Marvel Studios having other plans for them, Garnett is just the sort of fringe character with a cool background for hardcore comic fans that many of us Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. lovers would love to see. Basically, a lot of complaints is that they're not bringing in a lot of Marvel characters. They're basically doing weird story arcs on their own.
It's a fucking TV series.
Well, you want it to be kind of close to canon. You know what I mean?
Yeah, kind of close, but you don't want it to be the same exact thing. But it's a good show, but it's not a show to where I take it seriously as I would reading a comic or reading a really high-budget movie. You hear that Michael Douglas is going to be playing in the new Ant-Man movie?
Can we, hold that after the movies?
We're in fucking comics, are we?
Is he in a comic book movie?
Ant-Man, yes.
Oh, okay.
It's a comic book movie, so yes, that is kind of relevant to movies.
I thought you said something else. I think I'm dead off my own fumes. Is this heaven?
The smell of
Heaven.
gas.
See, this is my heaven.
The smell of gas in a 10 by 10 room is heaven.
We're stuck in a 10 by 10 room and doing podcasting. That's my version of heaven. So, they're coming out with a new vending machine that go right next to Redbox and
the penny machine
and
over
the
in
penny
Japan.
machines. This is why I'm going to get fatter. The burrito vending machine.
Let me say this. Why I'm going to get
It's done
fatter.
by Burrito Box. You can go to the website, theboxbrands.com, and look at their new concept for the burrito machine. I can already taste the salmonella poisoning and like food poisoning already.
I love it. The burrito machine.
Oh God, this burrito vending machine has just rolled out into West Hollywood. That dispenses hot burritos in 60 seconds and painful food poisoning in under 5.
For the next 3 hours.
So you could choose 5 different burritos: shredded beef and cheese, roasted potato, egg and cheese, egg and rice, cortico chorizo, egg and cheese, and bacon and egg and cheese.
That sounds appetizing. Especially coming out of a vending machine that
How
heats
is
it up
this
for you.
sanitary? That's what I want to know. Like,
My guess is they just shoot it with a blowtorch right before it pops it out, and it's actually in flames still while it's coming out of the machine.
It's meat in a can. It's meat in a can and cheese in a can and egg in a can.
That's what it is, yeah.
Ugh, I could feel my bowels hurting already.
But yet you want to get fat off of this machine.
So anyway, each costs $3, including tax and additional toppings. A side of sour cream costs extra 50 cents.
What the fuck?
While Tabasco sauce costs 65 cents. Wow, what a rape job. And guacamole is available for 75 cents. Wow. That's
It's probably all fake processed guacamole, Tabasco,
so
and
by the
whipped
time
cream.
you're all done, you're going to have like a $10 burrito
That's-
with all the extra fixings on it.
that will make you shit for 3 hours.
Oh, that's so terrible.
But yeah, you want to try it. So what flavor makes you sound the most appetizing? If I had to pick one, it would be the meat, the egg, and the potato, I think it was.
I think the chorizo and egg and cheese would be my favorite. Because I like spicy.
So you're going to pay another 65 cents for extra Tabasco?
Yeah, I hope they put a Pepto-Bismol feature in it, so you could buy your burrito and have a bottle of Pepto-Bismol.
Well, see, that's why we
No,
really...
Pepto-Bismol squeeze packets, for ketchup. You squirt it on your burrito. It helps going down.
Why don't they just have Crisco in a bag to where you can buy it just to coat your throat, just to slide this shit through? And you know what? They can just put it right next to the, like you said, the penny machines. So when you eat the Taco Bell, or out of the burrito machine, you can go right back to and get the penny machine right next to you, and then just buy some new underwear. You'd be perfect. The 2-in-1 combo.
That's so disgusting. You buy a burrito and a dirty pair of underwear at the same time. Which one will make you sick first? So, this is for all you vampire lovers out there and you heroin addicts.
Because you guys will be able to afford this.
Here at EGS Productions, we do not condone medical violence or any kind of drug use.
Or STDs.
Yep.
Or they would bring them every week.
So, Ivana Medical has come up with a new pair of glasses to allow doctors and nurses to see through patient skin and spot veins. It looks kind of weird. But the thing is, it does help, because a lot of these, some nurses are great. I've had nurses that draw my blood and hit it first time.
Yeah.
But I've had nurses where they just, they, stab me 8 times in one arm and then, 20 times in the other arm. It's like, bitch, can't you fucking hit the damn vein? It's like, oh, we gotta try your hands. No, go get me a new fucking nurse. You suck.
Yeah, I don't have that problem much, since I started really heavily working out for the last couple years.
Yeah, I can see your veins popping out your forehead. Okay, you don't have problems finding a
I
vein.
can get a fucking vein out of anywhere.
I'm fat.
But,
they have to do sonar detection to find my fucking veins.
They got a metal detector that they sweep over your arm.
So basically, they're saying it's going to be much like Google glasses, and it's going to be able to see through a patient's skin and see the vein.
She looks like something out of a comic book. She could be a comic book character with that thing on.
So I love new technologies and new little cool things, because they have a new thing that you can control with your iPhone or smartphone. It's called the bed jet heater that blows hot air underneath your bed covers.
Fuck, you would use that thing in an instant.
No, I wouldn't. I want an AC one because I like cold.
Okay. But I'm sure the app. I'm sure they'll be able to go through and change it eventually.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me read this article fully.
You dumbass. Let's read the subject title and call it out.
$250 BedJet bed heater and fan. Currently a Kickstarter project, it blows hot air underneath your covers while keeping you warm at night. So it's a lover's cold foot doesn't lead to a breakup.
No, it's just you farting and it gets to the front covers faster. That leads
no
to the
Dutch
breakup.
ovens anymore. We have an exhaust fan. Reverse the blow. But basically, allegedly, it can heat up your covers up to 30 degrees more in less than 3 minutes. For reference, hot enough to cook your penis to medium rare.
I can see how many people will just be setting themselves and the blanket's on fire.
I can see this actually, like, killing someone, to be honest. It's a cool idea, but...
It's the electric blanket, but with a fan. It has a heater hooked up to it.
What if you die of, like, overheating? Like, you die of dehydration in your bed while you're sleeping?
Yeah, you probably... I don't want to say you sign a waiver, but when you buy one, you probably void your warranty
This is great for skinny people, but not for fat people. We don't like to sweat. We like to be cool.
That's how us skinny people lose weight. This is our secret for so long.
Gain weight if you're cold, goddammit.
That's why I love living in Michigan. You have a reason to get fat. We call it the hibernation month. It's called fucking winter, people.
So I'm going to bring this article up. I know you don't like anime that much, but The Simpsons last week paid tribute to Hayao Miyazaki. Sorry, let me do his name properly because he deserves it. Hayao Miyazaki. He is known for being a really big retiring Japanese animator with a brief sequence of Homer drunkenly stumbling past some of the studios that Ghibli's most famous works. Have you ever seen The Grave of the Fireflies? It hasn't been wasn't directed by Miyazaki, but it was definitely worth a watch if you're ever looking for a solid cry. Most people know Miyazaki as from the Catopus from My Neighbor Totoro. Everyone knows the movie Totoro. Basically, is that gigantic penguin / cat / rabbit. If you
not recalling.
Google Totoro and you'll see what I'm talking about. Okay, My Neighbor Totoro. He's famous for doing Totoro, as well as Kiki's Delivery Service, Patty and Selma, Apu Ruined by Whimsy. It basically Kiki the Witches. He's done so many amazing animations for anime. It's not funny. Like, they've always gotten great reviews and awesome awards as well. Miyazaki is basically one of the godfathers of anime, and I thought it was really cool that Simpsons did a tribute for him.
Did he pass away, or it was just a tribute for his work?
So Hayao Miyazaki is retired. That's the tribute they're giving to him. He was retiring after his long run of doing anime films. He is known for 13. My bad. He has also won 1 Oscar, another 49 wins and 26 nominations as well for his animation films. Anyway, from Mr. Doe and the Great, The Egg Princess, all the way down to Totoro, to Anko's Secret. Hayao Miyazaki. I've been saying his name right, and now I fucked it up. I can't even say his damn name. Hayao Miyazaki. Or Miyazaki? Miyazaki, konwa. Anyway, he, like, my favorite show from him that I've seen in anime is Spirited Away. It is, the animation alone is just insane. It goes from this normal 2-dimensional type anime, and then when they go into the spirit world, like, the animation is just phenomenal. You know what I mean? It's like the best of both worlds.
So the spiritual world is almost like heaven, practically.
Pretty much.
How old is the guy? Is he probably in his 70s?
He is 73.
He is retiring at the age of 73.
He's done a lot. You know what I mean? He's not only just made films, he's also helped people create their own animes and their own shows and given them direction, because he's basically the godfather of anime.
So LG now has a bendable G Flex smartphone, and it was released at CES. If you guys watch all the coverage there, I'll go ahead and leave a link in the cesspool. But there's a couple people down there, and they answered a bunch of questions about the G Flex smartphone. But they're saying that you probably should not buy one until this technology has went and proven itself. So maybe you should probably wait.
So we love looking at people transform their houses and live out their geek dreams. Woman spends $30,000 turning house into the USS Enterprise. The original, not the new ones. Rainville grew up watching... That's a weird first name. Line Rainville. Okay.
I've heard Stranger.
Grew up watching the original Star Trek series, so she did what any self-respecting Star Trek fan did when they got older. Got senile, bought the Blu-ray edition, and oh wait, she turned her house into the USS Enterprise for $30,000. Probably remortgaged her house too. You should go ahead and look at it, Geekology. She turned her whole entire basement into the USS Enterprise bridge, which looks kind of cool, but it looks really dated because it is from the original model. It is from the original USS Enterprise, but
that
teach their own.
Makes it a lot cheaper to build the older model than it does to build the new upscale.
Well, obviously, but like the treatments and everything else like that probably cost a pretty penny.
Well, I'm sure it did. Yeah, just looking at the pictures right now, it looks like it costs $30,000 for one room.
$30,000. But on February 1st, for $200, the details on the new Lego Simpsons set is set to release. They're planning to do... The Simpsons has scheduled a launch February 1st in Lego stores via Lego Shop at Home catalog. The website for $199. The Simpsons house consists of the entire family: Homer, Marge, Bart, Lisa, and Maggie, along with the neighbor, Ned Flanders. The Lego line of the Simpsons minifigurines will launch May of 2014 in all major retailers for $3.99 a piece.
I think that's the very first Lego set done by Simpsons.
Yeah, it's the first one ever made for the Simpsons.
That's pretty crazy because how long have they been out for now? Like 16 fucking seasons?
They have 21 seasons.
Holy shit. Yeah, so...
They thought the 20th one was going to be the end, but then they went on and made the 21st season.
I thought...
That is current.
I thought before that, when they had their first Simpsons movie, that they were going to be done. And that was like at 18, I thought.
No, they always planned on... In a lot of interviews they talked about, including the writers, they talked about ending it at season 20. Like, 20 years, good enough. You know what I mean? Call it quits. And then there was just such an uproar of more episodes from, like, diehard fans, and including new ones, that wanted The Simpsons to live on. But... to be honest, like, I think as soon as like one of the cast actually does pass away,
they cannot go through and
like
just
once one of the like main characters
yeah.
passes away, I think they would like respect and honor everything and like just let it go.
Think of, let's say, if the voice of Homer passes away, doesn't he also do like 5 or 6, if not more, voices?
He does Ned Flanders. He does Chief Officer Wiggum. He also does Grandfather Simpson. And I think 4 or 5 other voices.
Yeah, so once one member of the family passes away, you're losing like, 10 characters.
Yeah, pretty much all the main cast, like the Marge, Homer, Lisa, and Bart. As soon as like one of those characters passes away, or the actual actors themselves, like basically The Simpsons is over with, because they do multiple voices, and they did it that way so they could keep the show on the air and keep it cheap, because that way they didn't have to pay more voice actors to do different voices.
That is smart, how Fox did it.
So, you want to talk about animals, Steve? You know how much we're a bunch of animal lovers?
I have stuffed animals all over my room.
Yes,
they're just riddled all over
Care
my floor.
Bears, My Little Pony.
You can't even see my floor because there's so many stuffed animals.
You're totally a brony.
Yes.
But anyway...
I listen to the YMCA every night before I go to bed as well.
I know you do. So
Leo and I, in our assless chaps.
So Hercules, a 922-pound, the world's largest living feline cat.
That's freaking insane.
Which is not actually a feline cat, like a domesticated house cat. It is actually a wild cat.
Yeah, it's actually a wild cat. It is no regular house cat. That is 922 pounds.
You imagine coming home to that every night and it's like shit in its litter box and you have to use like a shovel and a wheelbarrow. It's like, God damn it.
You have to use a backhoe to clean up the fucking shit, man. Seriously.
That's terrible. Can you imagine how much kitty litter you go through?
That would be disgusting. So it probably lives in the wild. It probably
Hercules is a liger. He is a hybrid offspring of a male lion and a tigress, who lives at a Myrtle Beach Safari Wildlife Preserve in South Carolina. He is 131 inches long and measures 49 inches tall at the shoulder.
Fuck that, dude. He is a purebred of a cat and a T-Rex at that point.
Like, I wouldn't want that fucking thing pouncing on me at all. You'd be dead.
You would have to build a 20-foot fence for a caged yard to keep that thing in a neighborhood.
Look at this lady in this picture. She's smiling but going like, oh God, I'm going to die. Look at her. Her face is like, I'm smiling.
I'm smiling. Take
the damn picture so I can get the fuck away. But that cat is fucking huge. Imagine if that cat went fucking insane and furrile. Or, what do they call it? There's a special word for it.
Like when you have to go put animals down.
Basically. Imagine if that cat went batshit crazy and just started killing people. You'd have to use a cannon to fucking kill the damn thing.
Like if you got rabies all of a sudden?
Yeah, pretty much. That's how the zombies started.
Yeah, over pet rabies.
So anyway, it's only a matter of time. The TARDIS shower rack has finally made its appearance.
Of course.
It's only $45.
Holy fuck, I can make it out of PVC piping and...
Yeah, I mean, like,
garbage.
Come on.
I'll make my own, dude. Seriously. That is just metal rods and 2 little crates for
but it has cool little markings on it. It says, please call box.
I'll airbrush them on there with a stencil.
Yeah, but by the time you did that, you probably already pissed away like $30.
Yeah, more like $12. $12 and 30 hours of my time, maybe.
Anyway, if you guys are a big Doctor Who fan, go to Think Geek this week, and you can get the $45 Doctor Who shower rack. It actually looks really cool. I like it.
Pick it up for your significant other.
Not only if they had a Star Wars one.
Use the promotion code EGS Productions to get 50% off.
Yeah, tell them you want EGS Productions to be a sponsor.
Really do not enter that code. We do not have any promotional codes right now. Is it time for movies and TVs, Nate?
Movies and TVs?
And TVs, yes.
TVs and movies, movies and TVs. Oh my God, think of the possibilities.
You know the Lonely Island?
Lonely Island?
They sing I'm on a boat. Those
you
guys?
Mean the Lonely Island crew?
Yes. Not like the Lonely Island.
It's a lonely island.
Of St. Thomas.
Well, it's kind of like meant to be alone because it's an island.
Kind of, yeah.
I could never be part of a gigantic body of mountains and trees and grass.
But anyway, so the Lonely Island has now signed a deal with Fox, and they have signed a deal that they are going to be doing a comedy show, and they're going to be allowing them to develop more future comedy projects that are going to be fully fledged TV series.
I don't know how to feel about that, because a lot of their stuff for me is like hit and miss. I mean, sometimes it's good, sometimes it sucks. I mean, like, I feel like there's too much of like the stoner quality, to be honest.
It's funny to a sense of them not overplaying it. So, first hearing it is like, yeah, you get that wow factor of really funny, the lyrics are great, and then they overplay it and play it again, over and over and over again, and they just beat it into the ground. But like you said, it could also have that bad demographic of, do you really want that on Fox, or is Fox going to keep that kind of demographic on the air when they had The Simpsons the night before at the same time slot? You know, is that going to happen? I don't know.
I don't think anyone would get the prime time that Simpsons does, because they've been around for 21 years, so it's basically like a grandfather.
Let's say they do like a late night comedy at... Well, they can't even do 11 o'clock at night, because don't they have...
You can have Jay Leno's spot.
Yeah, there you go. So,
you can have Jay Leno and Conan. I don't like Conan either.
No, get rid of... what is his name? Jimmy Fallon. I do not care for that guy. I cannot watch his talk show.
You can give him, what's his name?
Craig?
No, Stewart. Jon Stewart's job.
Oh, on Comedy Central?
Yeah, I don't like him. I like Stephen Colbert, but I don't like Jon Stewart. But anyway, 20th Century Fox aims to develop Magic the Gathering movie series. Wizards of the Coast trading card game franchise Magic the Gathering has set to give a live-action film adaptation, according to Hollywood Reporter. 20th Century Fox reportedly finalizing a deal to acquire the screen rights to the game from Hasbro, with an intention of turning it properly into a movie series. Fox writer and producer Simon Kinberg is at attached to the project and will work with Hasbro executives. Yeah, they're sexy. But executives to oversee the movie series development. Kingberg has worked as a producer and screener on Sherlock Holmes, X-Men: The Last Stand, and producer of Elysium, which Sherlock Holmes is good, Elysium is good, X-Men: Last Stand was terrible. So 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
Not bad.
Wizards of the Coast President Greg Leeds and Hasbro CEO Brian Golder has involved production capacities, while Daniela Perzet will oversee the project on behalf of Hasbro. Created by Richard Garfield, Magic the Gathering was released by Wizards of the Coast in 1993. The game video adaptation of the card trading game Magic the Gathering Online rolled out for Windows PC in June of 2002. Since the numerous video games based on Magic the Gathering have released across various platforms, including the 360, PlayStation 3, and Windows PC, iPad, and Android devices. So that's going to be cool. You know what I mean? They tried to do something like that with Dungeons and Dragons, but Magic the Gathering would be kind of cool as well.
It would be. Yeah, that would really correlate if they really do a World of Warcraft movie. And it'll be interesting to see who would win that debate in the theaters. Because I'm sure they would try to release them at the same time to get that battle between them going on.
To be honest, with, no offense, the Hasbro company and Fox is a powerhouse, don't get me wrong. But Blizzard is a powerhouse in itself. You know what I mean? That's hundreds of creative people, billion-dollar company. Just was yeah, let's throw money at it. You know what I mean? It's and they're perfectionists. They don't let anything come out unless they stamped it and approved it 80 billion times. But going on, CSI/Nikita alum directing the Gotham live adaptation. The director is found to helm the next live-action Gotham City story will be Danny Cannon. Will direct the first episode and serve as an executive producer on the show Gotham, reports Deadline. Who should play Jim Gordon? Cannon began in feature films, where his earlier credits, another comic book adaptation, notably troubled Judge Dredd, and a slasher sequel, I Still Know What You Did Last Summer. So he did the, what's it called? The Sylvester Stallone Judge Dredd. And he did I Still Know What You Did Last Summer before moving to TV, where he's been quite successful on all 3 CSI series, as well as a series called Alcatraz. Tomorrow Peoples and recently concluded permanently underrated Nikita established a visual style for a while. Fox has given Warner Brothers produced Gotham the rights to the series in order after winning a bid war with the other networks for DC Comics adaptation. The series will focus on young Jim Gordon in a time before he meets Batman. Throughout he might meet Bruce Wayne. It will remain seen if Cannon will return to direct the further episodes, as he's done with Nikita, CSI, and other series, and directed as pilots as well. So he's just doing the pilot. He's not going to be doing the whole series. But the thing is, if he takes over, will I have to watch Jim Gordon take his glasses off every time he says a snappy retort like Horatio does in CSI? It's yeah, that's something to look at.
He really could, yeah.
I mean, that'd be totally horrible. Yeah. So he just randomly takes off his sunglasses for no reason and puts them back on.
And then just looks in the direction of the person he's talking to, and he just has that low tone voice, and he gets that whole eye and eyebrow
gets those
movement.
Bedroom eyes going.
Bedroom eyes.
Well, the hooker died. And then he puts his glasses back on.
She died of what?
AIDS. What?
See, now you're bringing up, the horrible things of sex. It's not just me.
It's your fault. It's your fault. You started it.
So, Tekken movie prequel has now been titled and has also showed the casting. I'll go ahead and post a link at the cesspool. You guys can check it out. The Tekken movie was fucking horrible.
Yeah, no, I saw it.
Watching it, was 2011
the beginning part,
came out?
The beginning part wasn't bad, but as soon as they got to the actual fighting, because you're waiting for this whole entire one-on-one
it's a
street fight,
yeah.
And as soon as you get to the arena, it's just so corny and cheesy as fuck, and it was just I can't believe I sat through an hour of movie just to get to a 20-minute fight scene where it's all cheesy. It's like, you have killed my brother, prepare to die. And it's like, it's the most corniest ending ever. I mean, it was great. They set up the story arc great, and then as soon as they got to like the fight to the death battle scenes, it was just like, fuck you.
See, I thought Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat did a good job when it came to the fighting and battle scenes. I know they even killed off characters in the movies, but you know what? Did they even kill off a character besides Bison in Street Fighter? Because he got electrocuted at the end, and I believe in Mortal Kombat they killed off like Smoke, or maybe Smoke wasn't even in there. Like Scorpion, I think he died.
I think wasn't Scorpion Mortal Kombat?
Well, yeah, he was Mortal Kombat, I'm saying, but he died. So I think characters died in Mortal Kombat, and in the Street Fighter movie...
Well, the Street Fighter movie was terrible to begin with. Like, Jean-Claude Van Damme, like, it was just... Oh, my God. That was, like, just riddled with terrible acting. The only one I liked was the big sumo wrestler guy. He did a good job.
Oh, they had all the chest hair. Oh, fuck. What was his character's
name? He had,
name?
like, the tattoo on his face and stuff like that. I can't remember his name.
No,
Yokozuna?
He didn't have a tattoo on his face. He had a mohawk.
His last name was Yokozuna. Like, that was his character name, Yokozuna.
Are we thinking of the same dude?
Yeah, from Street Fighter.
Yeah, they had the brown chest hair that, like, came...
No, that's the green guy. The green guy with the red hair?
No, it was a green guy. He had, like, red trunk shorts. Like, really, really big, muscular dude.
No, he wasn't muscular. He was a fat guy, sumo wrestler.
Oh, okay.
He hung out with the reporter,
Ming. So you're talking about the Hawaiian guy then?
Yeah.
All right, yeah.
His character name was Yokozuna.
Gotcha, yeah. So he did have a tattoo or something on his face.
Yeah,
I remember that. All right, cool.
He was known as the Yokozuna sumo wrestling character.
Yeah, I remember on the video game his palm movements. You can,
he was good at slapping people.
Yeah, he had one
I slap you. So anyway, for you Michigan natives, I found out some awesome news this week, and it's really close to me and Steve's home. We just found some awesome news out. Everyone knows that the new Batman versus Superman movie is going to be shot in Detroit, but it's one of the scenes is going to be shot in Metamora. It is going to be shot near a old Girl Scout camp that has been closed for a while. I know the place like the back of my hand because I used to go there a lot with my grandfather and my family back in the day for camping and other things. You know what I mean? It's like, but according to this, the first location to shoot for the next Man of Steel movie, unofficially titled Batman vs. Superman, has been confirmed to film near Flint, Michigan, which is not even close to Flint.
No, it is.
Flint's like an hour
halfway
away.
Between Lapeer and Oxford.
Yeah. They're just saying Flint because it's like the closest big city.
Yeah, because no one knows where fucking Metamora is.
Yeah, let's put Flint in there, like known for the highest murder rate in the country. But anyway, it's going to be shot in Metamora Township, according to the county press. Possibly timeline is February. Metamora Township officials have confirmed that the crews from Warner Brothers Pictures are currently working at a location on the former campground in Metamora property off Cayley Road in preparation for filming for the newest Batman film. Although they have not asked to share much information about it. They only gave you the location, the street that's on, and everything else. This major Hollywood thing is going to be only shot for one scene. Properly according to Eddie, it is owned by a Girl Scout, and it is vacant. The former camp buildings have been all torn down, but he said the film crews are actually constructing a house on the property near Oscoda Lake. There is a beautiful lake back there, Eddie said. They're building a home for just one scene, and they're going to tear it down like nothing ever happened. That seems kind of like wasteful, don't you think?
Don't you think money budget is pretty wasteful when we have starving people around the world?
They're gonna build a house for one scene and then tear it down.
Yeah.
Like, why don't you just leave the house up and like donate it?
Why don't you just leave the house up and just have that part of people, they can travel to Metamora and have more traffic to that small little village?
Yeah, it's
Maybe?
like it's a tourist trap. Come see the house with the one scene from Batman versus Superman. It's like Metamora needs some bad traffic. It's like we have Lapeer days. It's like they can have Batman versus Superman days where you come and visit the house that Warner Brothers built.
They have Metamora days over there. They have like a car show at the White Horse Inn, and they have
the White Horse Inn that hasn't been open in 10 years. And it's still not open?
No, it has been 10 years, has it?
That's been pretty close.
Damn. I remember going to eat there. Maybe that's why I got sick so many times.
But Eddie said the location is equipped with very tight security. I know those woods like the back of my hand, buddy. I can get in whenever I want.
I know those security guys.
It's like, I'm going to be in the next Batman vs. Superman. Watch, this is a sex scene. I pop in. What's going on? Whoa, hey. Having problems performing?
They forget to edit you out. You're like just streaking, running around. Like
Kal-El, you're not doing it right. Christian Bale shows up. What are you doing in my house?
That'd be great. You just like run past the window in a Spider-Man suit. You're like really out of shape.
It's gonna be fucking pretty cool. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm gonna go out there.
It's close to home, yeah.
I'm
it's
actually
almost tempting to go over and say, "Hey,
I'm
a picture."
Me and Megan already.
You guys are planning stuff out.
Yeah, we're already planning to find a back way in and sneak in through the woods.
Don't fucking call me when you get thrown in jail.
I could say we were hiking and we got lost.
With the Batman shirt on.
What the fuck? It's like, I don't know what Batman is.
Batman backpack, goggles on.
It's like Batman, and then I ripped my shirt off. I was like, I'm here for the Batman shoot. Where the hell's that?
I'm Christian Bale's cousin.
I got stung by a bee.
Nate Bale, and I grew out my beard. I'm actually related to Thor as well, and Kevin Smith.
But anyway, what other news do you have, Steve?
As far as movie goes, I guess it's kind of movie and TV related, but Shia LaBeouf has gone through and said that he is publicly done from life and public. He's so-called retiring.
Make sure you use the left wrist, because that's the sweet spot if you're going to kill yourself, Shia.
He says that he quits from public life, and I guess he's been caught on plagiarism.
He did a short film with Jim Gaffigan. It was based off a comic book series. I think.
I remember talking about this. I don't know if we talked about it on the podcast.
Can't remember the name of it, but
we were talking about getting some lawsuits and actions going on this.
He stole a basically word for word storyline from a comic book and turned it into a short film, which was shown at a film festival. Not the Tribeca Film Festival, not the Sundance, but there was another one in there. I can't remember the name of it.
The big one down in Texas?
No, I think it's somewhere out in Seattle.
Okay.
But Jim Gaffigan played the lead, and they eventually found out that this was plagiarized, and the only big deal that they made about it is that he didn't give the guy any credit for what he took.
For stealing his work and just changing a name or two.
Yeah, and then what he did is he tried to apologize, but then they found out that the apologies that he wrote in his Twitter was, this was stolen from some other famous guy's speech as an apology. It's like, what a fucking douchebag. He can't even write his own apology. So basically he goes like, I'm sick and tired of my creative process being judged, so I'm going to retire. Oh, woe's me.
I'm sorry, my creative process of copying and pasting on the keyboard is being judged.
But I cannot wait for February. February is going to be a fucking great month for movies. Starting right off the bat, February 7th, Lego the movie. I cannot fucking wait to go see
27th?
The 7th. I've been looking forward to this film ever since I heard of it.
Okay.
But the Lego film is going to be coming out February 7th. I cannot wait for it to come out. It has a great cast of voice actors, including Morgan Freeman, Will Arnett, and Chris Pratt. And also that month, it is going to be in. They haven't released an actual date yet, but it's going to be in 2014 as well. Monuments of Men. It's with George Clooney, Kate Blanchett, and Matt Damon, and Bill Murray, and John Goodman as well. It's basically a unlikely war platoon in World War II is tasked with finding art masterpieces that the Nazis and thieves took from ransacking Europe. And basically, Hitler's coming out of power. The Allied people are advancing, and he's about to lose. So their standing order is to destroy all that artwork and all that history. Basically, they went and ransacked everything they could of history, culture, artwork, and wealth. And their orders is if the Nazi regime falls, is to destroy everything, and it's this team's job to go and save all this stuff. And it's a cool, fresh new take on
history.
And
the unwritten part of history that we've seen and played in a movie, really.
Yep, I cannot wait to see it. I mean, it's better than the new RoboCop film that's going to be coming out.
Speaking of RoboCop, they had a game come out that had a tie-in with the movie on iOS devices for the iPhones. I think on Android too, possibly. Don't hold me on that one, though.
Sweet. They're making a Pompeii movie. I don't think they've ever done that yet, have they?
No. No, I don't think they have. And actually, I know a lot of history on Pompeii from reading the history books on
Here's the synopsis. A slave-turned-gladiator finds himself in a race against time to save his true love, who has been betrothed to a corrupt Roman senator. As Mount Vesuvius erupts, he must fight to save his beloved as Pompeii crumbles around him. That's weird.
It's pretty crazy because I do believe when, on the site of Pompeii, they actually have some of the people that are still intact.
Yeah, I know, but the thing is, I don't see how this movie would work because the blast from Mount Vesuvius was so abrupt and fast, and no one knew about it.
It pretty much destroyed everybody in an instant. Nobody knew.
That's why you have those
the Richter scale
people
and everything
just
the readings now.
Curled up into balls, and they're frozen in time, basically. So I don't see how that's going to work. But 3 days.
It's a flaw in the movie. Another big flaw in the movie I find funny is Braveheart, for example. How everybody, they're Scottish and they're wearing kilts. Kilts were not invented until a time after that movie actually took place, that time in history.
Well, Hollywood does take creative freedoms with history and time periods.
So this might be that.
It's like 9 times out of 10, historical scholars are not going to see those movies. Like, those sons of bitches, they put kilts on them. They should be wearing goat skin pants. Anyway,
bell-bottom Levi jeans.
Wind Rises is going to be coming out in 2013. Or already came out. My bad. Fucked it up. Nonstop is going to be coming out February 28th with Liam Neeson.
My dick is big.
I don't know who you are, but I'm going to find you and kill you.
I love that meme. And
Good luck.
It's Chuck Norris on the other line. He's like, yeah, you don't know who you're talking to, do you?
I'll find you first.
I'll find you and I'll kill you.
Oh, wait, I already found you. But there's this new sci-fi series that is coming out. I cannot remember the name of it. It's on Netflix or on Xbox all the time. I think it's The Helix, I believe it's called.
Okay.
It looks interesting. I have not had a chance to even watch the first episode, but I guess it's about a new biological agent that a group of scientists gets trapped at the Arctic Circle, and they're drilling, and they get exposed to a biological agent from the past, and they have to find a way to cure themselves, and they're trapped. I don't see how that's going to play off in it, but
so it's like a modern day T-virus that they created or they got. And now they have to make an antidote or find an antidote.
Yeah, it's called Helix. It just started this year
on the Sci-Fi Network.
On the Sci-Fi Network, a team of scientists investigates a possible disease outbreak. Don't know why, but they haven't really released anything else. But anyway, I found a movie on Netflix lately that me and Steve talked about a while ago called Zombie Ass Toilet of the Dead.
We watched about a 5-minute clip of it, and it was just
a
like
chick
the title.
Pooped in another chick's mouth.
Yep.
It was fucked up. Do not watch it.
It made me laugh.
I don't see how that's funny. That's terrible.
I think it's funny because someone made the script and it's like, hey, you read the script, you give me money to make this.
I wonder, those actors must have been desperate for a job. It's like, I'm supposed to what now? In my what now?
So that's so your mouth terrible. And close your eyes. Trust me.
But anyway, Netflix has brought up a new nostalgia for me. It's like, I recently found a day Beetleborgs, which I haven't seen since fucking 5th grade, and VR Troopers since I was 8. And it is so crappy. I can't believe I fucking love that shit.
Yeah. We sat and we watched probably a couple minutes of one episode.
VR Troopers, they basically copy pasted right off of Power Rangers.
It's the knockout version of Power Rangers, but can you really say Power Rangers was original? I mean, come on.
I can't say it because it's bad. I can't say it.
Speaking of bad, I watched The Last Stand today. I had a chance to sit down and watch a movie.
The Last Stand with X-Men?
No, The Last Stand was
with Arnold Schwarzenegger. Okay.
And I think that would have been a great movie for his last forever movie to be called The Last Stand.
Come on, you didn't like Johnny Knoxville's role?
That didn't bother me too much. It's just Arnold's role didn't. He seemed like he did not give a shit. Same with when he was in the newest Expendables movie. It seems like he just does not give a shit for his roles. He's just there. He says his lines, and he doesn't have that feel anymore.
I don't care anymore. I put the baby in the maid, and now I have to pay alimony.
It seems like that's what it is. Oh, if you guys
forgive me, Maria.
If you guys are into independent films, and IFC helped put this movie out, it is called Maniac, I believe, with Elijah Wood. It is fucked up, dude.
Yeah, I watched that. It was on Netflix a while ago.
Yeah, I watched that on Netflix today. It is fucked up. I mean, it takes in the mind of a serial killer if you guys don't know what it is, and if you guys do not like gore by any means, do not fucking watch this movie.
Well, it's the same as the Zodiac film. You know what I mean? That they did.
With the guy that played in Brokeback Mountain. What the fuck is his name?
It's...
You know who I'm talking about.
It's not the guy that played Joker. It's the other guy.
No, yeah, the other guy. Y'all know who I'm talking about. But anyway...
good lord, I can't remember his name.
You guys will not expect it. And then once it does happen, it's just like, oh shit, holy fuck, this is going on right now.
Yeah, but anyway, it's a long night.
It's been a very long night. It is time to call it the end for this week's podcast.
Yep.
It was a fun podcast opener.
Yeah, it was.
Made me laugh, made me cry, made me
laugh, maybe cry.
Maybe get wet a little bit, maybe poop my pants, because I've been here for like 3 hours and I haven't moved.
Steve, and I didn't know you had such feelings about your next door neighbor.
Yeah, my grandma next door neighbor, and taking off her shirt with Leo's assless chaps standing next to her with some big dude named
Big Bob.
Big Bob.
He's the heart and soul of the construction team.
Big burly Bob. I think we really should make that into a comic. I think
Big Bob.
What we need to do is
The Adventures of Big Bob.
With our intros, we need to make them into comic form for YouTube. That'd be so fucking hilarious.
I'd like to, but the thing is, I don't have that attention span. Like, basically, I don't even really think about our intros. I basically come up with them on the spot and just throw in crazy cool ideas, and hopefully you can edit it together into something cohesive.
I realize that because you're shooting out ideas. I'm like, fuck, well, where can I get this? Where can I get that? How can I create this? And it comes out and it gets done every week. I don't know how we sit down and do it, but it gets done every week.
Well, hopefully we can do it every week. You know what I mean? It's like we've only done this, 4 times now? Including the Santa Claus stuff we've done about 10 times.
The only thing that was scripted from that series was your reading of The Night Before Christmas. That was it.
Yeah, the video game version of Night Before Christmas.
Yeah, that was it. That was the only thing that was scripted. Everything has just been off the top of your head and, us improvising everything. So, yeah, all the laughs, we had to edit out. We had to do a lot of takes. We spent probably about a good half an hour of just laughing.
Let's just put it this way. When everything's edited together and finalized, I will be salivating at Wednesday when the podcast finally comes out and I get to sit and listen to my creation and laugh and cry the whole entire day. And then text Leo and go like, hey,
remember
how much I love you?
You remember not coming out for the podcast? You feel bad now? No, okay, listen to this week's podcast. You thought last week was bad?
Listen to the intro. Something about an old lady and Big Bob. And assless chaps.
All right, guys. Well, this is another week's end coming to our podcast. So, everybody, thank you for listening. Thank you for supporting St. Jude's Children's Hospital if you guys have been.
Go to our website and donate.
Yes, please go to website everydaygaming.society.com. Check us out on Facebook, Everyday Gaming Society, EGS Productions on Twitter.
100% of all the money that we get goes 100% to the Children's Hospital. We do not keep a dime.
I have not checked our iTunes account to see if we had anything coming in for star reviews or anything like that. So if you guys want, please go check out EGS Productions, our podcast that we have that you're listening to right now.
This is not EGS Productions. This is Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
I don't know who Bill and Ted are, but sure.
Never watched Bill and Ted?
No.
Keanu Reeves and no, God, I can't remember his name. He didn't really have an acting career after that. But
I wonder why I've never seen it.
It's like excellent. That's Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure and Bill and Ted's Bogus Adventure.
No, I've never.
Dude, they're like cult classic films. Like oh my God, you need to watch more film.
I sat down. I watched 2 movies today. I feel like I have got nothing accomplished for today.
Dude, watch Bill and Ted, Excellent Adventure, and Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey.
If I see it on Netflix, I'll put it in my stream, and within the first
Next 10 years, I'll watch it.
8 months, I might
That's
watch
if Netflix lasts that long.
Yeah, right. But yeah, please go and visit us on Twitter, EGS Productions. YouTube channel, Everyday Gaming Society. Still releasing videos every Monday. And every Friday, Nate is releasing video of the week every week.
Video of the week, which I still have to do.
Do you have like a set date?
I like to do it before the podcast comes out.
Okay.
When Tuesday night, the latest. Wednesday morning, the absolute latest. But let's shoot for like Tuesday night.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think we have anything filled for the Tuesday block quite yet on our Facebook.
Nope, but I look at funny videos. I'm debating a morality clause right now on releasing this video.
Okay.
I'm going to run it by you and see if it'll be okay to put on our Facebook. But I find it quite hilarious.
If it's anything worse than our intros, I think we'll be okay.
But it was done by an actual theater troupe. And it was also had Terrence Williams from There's a Rapist Here in Lincoln Park. And then they like auto-tuned his voice. Hide your kids, hide your wife.
Sure.
And then another chick that did news, like where they start doing like a news report and they like are being interviewed as witnesses and they start like going off on weird tangents and make themselves look stupid.
Okay, then I'm taking your word on this.
I'll show you the video
Sure.
before. But anyway, guys, thank you for listening this week. Podcast 83. Continue on next week and next Wednesday to listen to our podcast, and this Wednesday for this podcast.
Most definitely.
Donate to St. Jude's Children's Hospital. 100% of the proceeds go to St. Jude's. And thank you guys for listening, and thank you for giving us all the reviews and giving us the awesome ratings every week.
That's what I was meaning to say. As soon as we get a review and everything on that iTunes app, we go and we donate for each star reviewer or for each comment. We donate 2 comic books to the local children's hospital. So that's fucking awesome.
But anyway, guys, thank you for listening this week. We're going to sign off. Have a good day.
And have a good night. Please take a shower and think of Nate while you do. And Leo.
You stay classy, Internet.
See you guys.